Welcome into ShotQuality Live BetCast, everybody. It is Tuesday, January 30th, and you are watching the only show where we use shot quality data in the minute as games are happening to place live bets, and we just keep on crushing it. Welcome back, everybody. We are fresh off our first ever Saturday episode. A bunch of you guys out there got to test out our ShotQuality Live premium membership for a week at a great price if you tuned into that episode. So a big welcome to all those people. Know you guys have been crushing it. It's been another hot week for ShotQuality Live, and we are excited to get right to it. Moose, nice hat. First of all, rocking even more shot quality merch. We're going to be confirming a few of those giveaway winners from Saturday's episode today on the show. So if you did leave a comment, we'll make sure that the person who won one of those two shirts gets a little shout out today. We appreciate everyone who hangs out with us for those little giveaways. Now, let's get right to it. We got a guest today, but we'll bring him on in just 2 seconds. Moose, do you have anything off? All right. So we are starting off hot. What you got, bud?
I mean, yeah, I do. Over 127.5, South Carolina, Tennessee. It was one of the earlier games. There's 15 minutes remaining in this game, or a little bit less. Now we're at 13:25 remaining. But I see a lot of value on the over, and what's a close game that should have fouls late? So it checks the boxes for me. Close game, should have fouls late, and shot quality thinks there should be more points.
Yeah,
so over 127.5.
Yeah, I'll get in 127.5 minus 120 as well. Of course, if you are new around here, we do keep track of every single play as it happens. And I think it's a really good segue because the person who is always grinding out, making sure that everybody sees these plays on this document is here with us today, the one and only Max Hoffmeyer, one of our contributing shot quality handicappers. Max, welcome into the show, man. We've been waiting to get you on for a minute. How you doing?
I'm doing good. It's been, I use this stuff in the Discord. I'm in the background. It's good to be here, with you guys, firing off a few bets of my own too.
Yeah. I'm excited to hear what you're going to have for us. You know the drill. You've been here for a minute. If you see anything you like while we're out here, just give a shout, press the button. We'll make sure that the crowd knows what bets we are playing. So let's just take our customary sweep through the board, guys. First one up, Max, I'll ask you, how do you feel about Western Michigan Toledo at the half right now? Toledo outperforming expectations by 10 points. Are we jumping in on Western Michigan, who is down 21?
See, yeah, this is an interesting angle, because Western Michigan is okay. It just depends on if you like this team or not. Toledo, they've been red hot, and you know what? Yeah, let's get in on that. 10 points.
You know I'm going to do it, Max. I don't even think we needed Musa to tell us that I was going to do this one. Western Michigan plus 23.5 at minus 115 is definitely a play for me here on Shot Quality Live BetCast, the only show where, we love it. We love it. Big shout out to everybody who is tuning in. There is a lot of cool stuff brewing up here at the show. We're going to show off our brand new shot quality bets tool, premium feature, whatever you want to call it. It's not premium. It's for everyone. Our brand new scorecards. We have a big deal, a big game coming up on Saturday. We'll talk about that in a second too. So make sure you stick around today. There's a lot going on, but we still need to reach our quota on bets. Moose, you got anything else for me? Let's talk Texas TCU. That game is almost at the half here. Things look pretty accurate there. Maybe a slight lean to the under. Probably let that one develop out a little bit more. But you know what I'm going to say about this next one. I want St. Bonaventure right now. Give me that. They're expected to be up by 9. They're actually losing by 13, guys. This is a classic Shot Quality BetCast live. What do you guys think? You like that one? I
like it a lot. I am halfway blind, so what does it say? A minute left in there. Yeah. I'm on the half screen. Yeah, I'm just going to wait till it gets there, but I think the Bonnies is going to be a play, and the game you talked about earlier, I think TCU could actually be a play. I should know here in a minute, but I'm probably going to tail you on that Bonnie play.
Let's change the screen up a little bit. I'll make everything a little bit bigger for everybody there at home so that we can all see these numbers a little bit easier. I can make that change for you. I do have that power around here. So Moose is blind. I can't imagine any of you guys are seeing it too easily either. Let's squinting at this game. But all right. So yeah, no, let's get in on St. Bonaventure. I'm pulling up a line right now. Of course, it's a little bit more difficult depending where you are. The Bonnies are a New York-based team. I'm a New York-based guy, but St. Bonaventure plus 7.5, minus 120 is my line on Bonaventure. All right. And look, if you guys don't know, this show has been a resounding success in terms of getting these wins home. We have a score sheet. We keep track of everything. We post every single result on Twitter, man. Like, we make sure that everything's documented. I'm sitting at 83-51. Moose is 49-29. I went 11-6 last week. Moose went 7-5. So we had a nice little 18 and like math 11 day. So, you know, it's been really good. 132-80 in our 12, that should say 12 episodes. This is episode number 13. So we are really excited about these results. Obviously, let's keep scrolling. Let's keep building today's portfolio. Anything in these three guys? Max, I'm going to come to you. What do you see?
I'm looking at that Villanova game, and you know, the angle that I kind of like to play too is I use my, you know, before the game, I liked Villanova, and you know, some may see it as doubling down. That's why I only go half units when we're live betting, but I like them before the game. The shot quality data says it should be tied, but they're currently down 8.5. So I'm looking for a line, and I see plus 4.5, and I'm going to get in on that.
Well,
I had to hit the graphic.
I love it. I love it. Moose, I mean, we don't have every single guest able to hit the button themselves, but Max is a special one, gets to help us behind the scenes. He's still running the sheet, guys. So give him a little bit of props for doing that. We're in on Villanova as our first guest play of the day. And if you follow Max on Twitter, you know he's using this stuff all the time and cash at home winners. So let's keep going. Miami, Ohio, a surprise 15-point lead on Kent, who was minus 7.5 at the close. If you didn't catch Saturday's episode, we just dropped this brand new update to the Score Center. You now get the closing line right there with you, so you can understand how games are going compared to how Vegas expected them to go, how the market expected them to go. It's a fun little added tool there. And of course, you can star them and save them in my Score Center as well. We're building things all the time. Iowa, Indiana is catching my eyes, guys. I actually took Indiana on the pregame line, so I'm feeling nice about that. I bet quarter units. I should probably be going up to half units based on how it's going. But Moose, you coming with me on this one? Indiana is sitting here. I think we can probably get a pretty good line on this one. I definitely am locking in Iowa right now. Thank you. I knew you were about to correct me. Iowa plus 8.5, minus 105. Let's lock it. You agree, Moose? What do you think?
It's going to be one of those where I wait for the second half like you. I like to wait, a little bit into the second half on some of these plays to see if there's going to be value there. Like, for instance, the only play I have on the board right now is first play of the day, which I thought about putting in the Discord, which I post on every Shot Quality Bets day, all the plays that I make live. And I thought about putting in the comments, but I waited till it kept getting worse and worse and worse, and differences between Shot Quality Score and Score, the variance. And you know what? That's just what I do sometimes. I wait a little bit in the second half. So I'm probably going to wait a little bit on that Indiana-Iowa game.
All right. I'm going to take George Washington, though. I am going to do this. Ooh, we got Syracuse. All right, we'll scroll. Comment, Michael Huff. What's up, man? Welcome into the show. Syracuse, 36-31. Expected actually down 30-37. Yeah, that is a great call out. We love the chat call outs. Let's go ahead and get in on the Syracuse Orange against the Boston College Eagles. I got plus 7.5 at minus 120 right now. I'm going to go ahead and get that one in, Max. Let's hit the button. Yeah, definitely a big shout out to the chat. Really excited to have everybody in here calling out plays if you see them. Reverse. Yeah, I got reversed. Sorry, Austin. Nova started with another 10-0 run. Cuse is cooked in the comments. We'll find out about that. Shot quality doesn't tend to think so. So I think this will be a test to see how shot quality does here. That's going to be a very fun second half there in that matchup. Now, what else do we got? I saw something here. I was going to go ahead and take George Washington. Let's see what type of line I can get against Dayton, because shot quality expects this to be a 5-point game instead of the 14-point game it currently is. So I'll get it plus 17.5, minus 120. We fire rapidly around here, guys. That is just what it is. love it. Now, Moose, you got anything on this line here? Illinois, Iowa State doesn't really look too exciting. I think we can probably go down to this next batch of games. We've got a good slate again tonight. These Tuesdays have been so much fun for us. We're here Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. This Saturday will be 4:45 p.m., switching into the biggest slate of the week. No timing conflicts. We're in on Saturdays now, full speed ahead. And make sure you're here for Thursday. It's going to be one of our most exciting episodes ever. We have a big announcement about the show. It's maybe some stuff, but you'll see. We're really excited. We're gonna have another special guest, a rare Thursday guest. So make sure you're here Thursday to hear what we have coming on BetCast for you in February and beyond. Now, what about this line, guys? Max, I know you're managing all three screens over there, man, making sure everything stays good. What do you got here? You want to get in on Buffalo, or are you a little bit hesitant given that they're one of the bottom 10 teams in the nation?
So that is one thing too, when there's a handful, maybe 10, 15 teams where no matter what, I just stay away. Yep. And Buffalo is one of those teams. Enough. And the Maximilian best bet is Ohio. So if I wanted to get, maybe a little hedge, I could.
Good. Yeah, we're feeling
good. I'm going to let it ride.
Max, let it ride. Let it cook.
What about NIU Central Michigan? Because here we have a team that was expected to win by 3, currently losing by 6, expected to be tied. This is a formula that I think people in the Discord love. So I think we should probably get in on Central Michigan plus the 3.5 right now.
Yep. And I wanted to ask you if that is enough of a difference, how large does the gap have?
This is pushing it. I will say this is probably pushing it compared to how we normally do, but I really do like this spot. Central Michigan has looked good. If you're a little concerned, I do understand, but this is, a difference on the score of a good 6 points. Team expected to win. NIU definitely has struggled with defense, and Central Michigan, it's a tough spot because, they've been known as one of those bad teams for so long, and now they're a decent team in the MAC. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do it. We're going to trust the strategy. I got plus 3.5, plus 3.5 minus 115 on Central Michigan. Let's go ahead and lock that one in. Did Max take Nova at the half? Did you? I don't think you did. Do you have your own things on the sheet, or did you not put yours on the sheet yet?
I did. I'm just putting in yours on the sheet.
Okay. What did you take, Max?
I have all of your plays. I subscribe to the Justin plan. I'm a volume shooter. There's nothing wrong with
Moose plan is lagging right now, dude. What's going on, Moose?
There's a reason that you have double the wins and double the losses. You have double the plays. There's 2 games I'm really looking at that are almost at half, and that's why I've been quiet, because Texas Tech, TCU, I'm eyeing, and North Carolina, Georgia Tech, I'm eyeing. But you know what's crazy about today? That has not happened, I think, in the history of this show. Dude, where's all the unders and overs?
I know, right? The totals are sharp. The totals are sharp right now.
What's going on?
Yeah, you got one. You got one. We'll get them in the second half. I think we could maybe try to squeeze one in on this Ball State Bowling Green game, but I think I'm okay there. Another one that could go maybe either way. Maybe expect Bowling Green to be doing a little bit better there, but again, 2-point margin to 6-point margin, 6-point margin definitely isn't enough, right? We are on Syracuse. We could star that. I'm staying away from Buffalo. It might be one of those spots where they're just not good enough to live up to those expectations. They can fall off. It can be a mess. So we're staying away from bottom 15 or so teams. We did get in on Central Michigan. We did get in on George Washington. Ohio State, Illinois is looking pretty sharp. Illinois outperforming by 4 points. That's nothing. So shot quality is doing its job tonight. It's spot on. Now, this kind of moved into a potential play. I'm going to open up the single game view for UNC versus Georgia Tech.
I wasn't kidding. I said I was waiting for it to get to the half, and here we are.
Man. Yeah, this is a good spot now, I think, right? We got to get in on UNC, who is sitting here cold, Georgia Tech on fire. Of course, a lot of storylines out there that North Carolina is looking ahead to that Duke game that's coming up this Saturday, a big one. We'll maybe talk about it a little bit on Saturday's episode, but this is an interesting spot. Are you taking UNC, Moose? Is that what you're doing?
I got to see what the live line is, because they close. What I love, my new favorite, one of my many favorite new features that ShotQuality has in the Score Center is it shows the closing line. Georgia Tech closed as an 8.5-point dog. So I imagine, even though it's tied, it's probably going to be UNC -5, -6.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It's 5.5 minus 5.5 right now. But if they were winning by 9, it would be minus 10, 12, right? So that's kind of the way we go. We maybe want to think about it. Of course, how you strategize is your own, personal journey. But I'm going to get in at -5.5 on UNC at -115. Max, you can go ahead and write that one. Do you have anything you like right now, Max? I want to make sure that you're getting a little love. I know you're like producer, guest star, duel today, but anything you're seeing out there? I'm a little hesitant to get in on Kent, but I want to.
Well, I did get it on North Carolina with you. I found a 4.5 -120, and I got Georgia Tech plus 10.5 pregame. So hopefully get a nice little middle there,
Nice job.
But like I said, half units on the live. So I'm still rooting for Tech to keep it in, but never know.
We don't care about your allegiances on this show. You can have your pregame bets. We are playing independently, right? We are here because these plays make sense regardless of what we did pregame. So let's talk Kent State. Expected to be -7.5 on a pace this game. You're going to get a pretty nice favorable line here, down 15, plus 8.5 at home to Miami, Ohio, who's supposed to be this bottom feeder, is doing these crazy things in the MAC, man. I love these wild years where teams show up like this in mid-majors. But let's get the 8.5 -114 on Kent locked in. I think this is at least play number 10. Play number 9. If you don't have the BetCast sheet, it's the same link every week. So you can just go look at it, 7:45 p.m. Maybe you're out to dinner. You got to, hey, I need to go look at this Google Doc because the magic plays that are going 100.
I need to go to the bathroom for the fourth time.
Yeah, I just got to go to the bathroom for 45 minutes. You never know. These will always be here if you can't tune in. We want to make sure you guys out there always can get access to what we're doing and what is going on with ShotQuality Live, because we are so excited about this product. It is really the only live regression model in the market. You really can't find anything else like this. And the results are speaking for themselves. It's not just me. It's Coleman. It's Max. It's Moose out there on days where we don't have the show, just doing it. The live betting lounge in Discord, discord.gg is where we just talk about it every night. We got guys just, talking about the free games, the standard games, and, maybe you get a little into it. Premium member, start doing pretty well. So, yeah, hop in the Discord. You can, tag me, ask for my opinion on games, whatever. It's fun. But anyway, a little interesting slate. Moose, you're right. No totals. What is going on?
I have no idea. And
was that Max?
Speaking of totals, let's get you right at Musa. Come on, get in on with me. Texas Tech TCU. I went to go play that one. They are under at the half. I played the under 151.5.
Nice. I'm with you. I'll ride. Max, we're riding with you. I got 152.5 -110 for me. So
whatever. All right. I need a second play.
Moose, if you, I'm going to shut the lights off on your whole existence on this show, dude, if you don't start making more.
I know. So I said second play. I'm writing. I'm putting it in right now.
I know.
Call it what you want, but I'm just peer pressure. If you will. I'm in.
All right. What do you got? Come on. Talk to me.
Well, so now I got 2 plays. I'm in on that under. I've got over in my first play is coming to an end. There's only 7 minutes left, but there was only 1:4:30 game, 1:4:30 tip off, and I ended up betting it. It just took after the half. So I feel like I'm in a good spot for in the next 10 minutes. I think I'm going to be pressing that button quite a bit when we get more data flowing in. I don't care betting a game with 10 minutes left. I don't care. I'll do it.
I know. We got a couple other things to talk about. It's a good time to maybe discuss what we have going on this weekend. So if you remember last year, guys, we had a really cool broadcast on CBS Sports Network. I believe it was a VCU Richmond game, and we powered it with shot quality data. You got to tune in live to the broadcast and watch literally the XQ score on the screen for the first time ever as players made buckets. And that was actually what has led us to where we are right now. So that live model and what we developed to do those broadcasts has led to ShotQuality Live being an available product. Well, we're back. We're back, everybody, on Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. You can tune into Wichita State, Memphis on CBS, the big boy channel. No CBS Sports Network, CBS, the on-cable availability ShotQuality Live telecast. And we are debuting and showing off our next big product, which is the ShotQuality Scorecard. So we already have matchup previews. You've probably seen them many times watching me on the ShotQuality pick of the day, showing you what the matchup looks like. But we wanted more. We wanted something that really can give you an idea of the game in a flash. You look at something, you want to understand a game without digging in. This is that. We have an automated process to dig up the most key stats for each matchup, along with showing offensive and defensive tendencies that you need to know. So we can check in right now. Memphis, really quickly. Both these teams really nice on offense. Memphis a little bit better on defense, but Wichita's got a lot of positive regression in their pocket here, expected to be a lot better, and you can get that like that. So we have a brand new blog on the site right now. You can go ahead and get on this matchup, be there, understand everything that's going on in the broadcast. Just click on the basketball analysis tab. It's right there. It's easy to miss. And if you haven't gotten in on the pick of the day yet, you know, that's probably about to tip off. We are on the Kansas State and Oklahoma Sooners under. That's going to be a fun over. I literally reading it right there, and I said under. So, yeah, broadcasting. Welcome. But let's get back to business. That's a little fun thing we have going on. We'll actually have BetCast right after that game ends. So, you know, come hang out with us after that. We'll talk a little bit about it, and we'll do some live betting 4:45 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. So that's my aside. That's really fun. Brand new feature, easier way to tell about games, and a really cool broadcast that we are super excited to show the world about. Please make sure you tune in. It's really a big deal, and we have some really cool stuff going on the broadcast. Can't even tell you yet. But anyway, you guys hopefully had a minute or two while I was going on there about that to pick up a play. Moose, you got anything? I'm glad you guys didn't interrupt me with the button. I would have freaked out. But what do you got?
Oh, man. I'm looking at the Tennessee game. I was thinking about double dipping when it comes to playing the Volunteers, but I think there's too little time left to jump in on that. They're missing way too many shots here. Toledo, second half, could be a play on the under. There's a lot of things I'm waiting to develop and things I feel good about for sure. Also, we got games starting, like the 6 o'clock slate starting. I don't thought there's anything to play. It's 8 minutes, but –
nice.
Just peeking at stuff. I see Bonnie made a 3 to come out of the half. I'm always checking, Justin.
Look, I mean, again, so there are going to be nights, and Max, I'm sorry that you appeared here on one of the more efficient nights for shot quality in terms of being dead on, or maybe it's efficiency of the world. Shot quality is not really going to feel anything, but when the games are going as shot quality expects rather than having a lot of differences, you know, sometimes we get a smaller betting card. And look, it's not like these 10 plays from me. We got them out. We got a lot of dogs. We got a good number of spots here. We're going to see how it goes. But it's definitely feeling like a little bit more tight to what shot quality is expecting. So could be an interesting second half here. I'm excited for the Bonnies, though. I think they'll get it done.
That's a good team. That's a good team. And I'm watching. I got the scorecast. You got the Score Center up. I got the scorecast on. I'm saying Tennessee can't hit water out of a bow. Missed 2-point jumper by Don't Connect. Turnover by.
You're gonna need an overtime. You're gonna need overtime. Yeah. They were minus 13.5. Wow. So it fell at the close from 14. I mean, I saw a lot of people laying it with Tennessee, expecting them to be
that's
really
what I felt good with the over, too, is I like they should have been able to come back here. They've been live favorites this whole time, probably until now when South Carolina just hit a 3. It's one of those things where you would expect them to start getting hot because they're the number 5 team in the country, and it just didn't happen. You're right. I'm gonna need overtime. I'm gonna need overtime, or like one of the most elongated 2 minutes in the history of college basketball.
Hey, we had one of those elongated 2 minutes last night on the Shot Quality Bets pick of the day when we got that over home. That was a lot of fun, and it happens. There are some times, but I think you're a little far off. What was the number we took?
127.5. I felt good. It got up to 132.5 live, and now it's just absolutely.
Look, what we had like 93. It's not like you can't get that many points in 6 minutes in college basketball.
The issue is Tennessee's last made field goal is going to be like, I'm scrolling here and I still can't find it. And I'm at the 9:32 mark. No, is Josiah Jordan-James made a 2-point jump shot with 10 minutes remaining. So it's been a good 6 minutes since they've made a bucket.
Yeah. That's a little rough.
Yeah.
Starting off a little tough for Kansas State here, who can't seem to get the ball in the bucket. We haven't really tried out too many early ones. I think we tried an early one last week, though. It was on Saturday. We tried our earliest bet ever, and Butler won in double OT.
It was the longest bet in the history of ShotQuality Live. It went forever.
It took 2 hours after the show ended to post the results because that game just wouldn't end, and we took it at the end of the show early in the game. So it was maybe some poor management, but it hit. So what are we going to really complain about? So I don't know. We'll try maybe a few early ones. We got some second half action underway. Western Michigan still pretty clearly a play. If you're joining us late, who was it?
In on it. West Michigan. I'm glad you brought it up. That was one I did pull earlier. I think you have, it looks like 23.5.
Mm-hmm.
Good number. I just played plus 20.5 for myself. So
look, it looks like that we got a nice bit of value getting in early. Max coming in on 20.5 because it is still clearly showing value, expecting Western Michigan to be doing about the same, but it's really Toledo's overperformance that ShotQuality is keyed in on, and you can see they haven't really come down. So it just jumped. It just went to 12. So sometimes the ShotQuality score can be like 30 seconds behind, so that might move to 47 in a second. But Toledo definitely overperforming, looking maybe at expecting them to just maybe run to the wall. It's not an exact science. We don't know for sure. But the cool part about ShotQuality is that we know if those players took those shots again and again and again, the median score based on what they would have taken, based on who was taking it, where they took it, the type of shot, etc., would be 46. So that's the fun part about this. There's no proven 100%, but what we are doing, trusting the regression to come home, trusting teams like St. Bonaventure, who is expected to be winning by 8, currently losing by 9, clearly still a play if you did not get in with me earlier. We're expecting them to pick it up. We're expecting VCU to miss a few shots that they hit earlier in the game. Maybe some tough looks went down. Maybe a few good looks for St. Bonaventure missed. That's what ShotQuality Live alerts you to in real time. And it's essentially like having an eye test in your back pocket. And the proof's in the pudding because I'm not even watching the games. And I'm like 30 picks over 500 in 12 episodes. So I don't really know what else to say, guys. So let's keep going. Let's keep looking. Kent still, man, I'm going to be disappointed by this one today. I can feel it. I took him.
You'd be more disappointed than me watching Tennessee be stuck at 45.
Maybe because I laid the 7.5. I think I even laid 8. So yeah, that's a little bad. But look, betting is all about just winning a little more than you lose. You don't have to win 100%. You don't have to win 75%. Even if you win 60%, someone's going to come find you. But 53 is that magic number, guys. So you can suffer a lot of losses in this game. It's worthwhile to become very familiar with losing, but not too much. Not around here.
If you can't handle losing, you probably shouldn't be doing this. This is my
and obviously it's a good little place to say bet responsibly, bet within your means, bet an amount you can, lose reasonably and still come to the table clear-headed if you want to do this long term. I mean, that's the key. It shouldn't phase you too much. Some people, of course, do it for entertainment, do it for the rush. But if you're going to do this heavy volume, an attack strategy, it's best to make sure you're in a place where you can realistically continue to do it every day without really getting too emotional, because emotion is the antithesis of winning. Syracuse definitely is also the antithesis of winning currently. Looks like the comment at the half there was right. They are cooked. They are currently down 14. Maybe a spot to continue to get in. We don't really like to double dip on the show, but oh man, my cat literally just jumped on the table. That's gonna be fun. But no, we have a little bit of an edge here. We did take cues. You could probably get a better line than me. Would I be totally shocked to see this one get tighter at the end of the game when it's kind of a foregone conclusion? No. So maybe I would wait. Maybe try to get a break. Maybe they go down 20. Maybe they go down 16, 17, 18. You get in at like plus 14.5. that I feel like has more legs than I got in at 6.5. That's sold down the river. I'm going to need a miracle. So yeah, that's okay. It's going to happen. Again, doing well, having a good show. I think we'll have some fun results. Moose, you're about as cooked as a turkey on T-Day, my friend. That we got the double ices out. I think you're done.
Whenever you see the double ices or the double fire emojis and you were betting the other way, you might as well just chalk it up. I'm going to need a miracle. I get it. Tennessee, like I said, they had a field goal by Jordan Josiah James with 10 minutes and 1 second remaining. We are at 3 minutes, 17 seconds left, and they still have not made a field goal. They have a couple free throws, and that's about it. So, unfortunately, I think it's dead. There's a lot of second-half plays, like I brought up, that I'm eyeing, whether it is the Ball State under. In a couple minutes, I think I'll have a decision there. There's a couple other games I was looking at that have escaped me. Miami of Ohio over, Villanova under. So I feel like I'm going to have a couple more plays here. But obviously, if you've been watching the show long enough, you know that I am very meticulous when it comes to picking plays. There's a reason Justin has double the bets I do. If I tried that, I don't know if I would have the record I have. So it's just one of those nights. We said it. The shot quality model and the players and everything, the moon has aligned to make it all work out well, and the numbers look great, which I don't like.
Yep.
It being
and you can see it right there. It's not like your numbers are bad. You're almost 20 over 500. I'm sitting like a little plus 30, but like you said, the volume is a lot higher for me. It works in both ways. There's no wrong way to attack this. There's still time to attack this George Washington-Dayton game, though. George Washington maybe could make a run here. Shot quality expecting them to only be losing by 3 points, but they're down by 12. So could Dayton maybe take some bad shots soon? Potentially. It's now 14, but we are in on George Washington already. We'll continue to stay in on them. You can see all the plays we have. I have 14.5. You can see all of them there in the document, which we share, and the link stays the same episode to episode. So that's really fun. Max, you've been quiet, but I know you're running the show in the back. We got you on today. It's exciting. Happy to have you here. But are you looking at anything else?
Yeah, it looks like – so we played 10 of, I believe, the 15 games at 7 o'clock, and I can't help but look at Kansas State. They are scoreless with 12:45. They still have not scored. I've seen enough. I'm getting in. Inspired by your last early play on Saturday, Butler, I think he said it was. I'm getting in on – I've got Kansas State plus 3.5. It is 8-0 with 12:30 left.
Oh god, that's not great for our pick of the day, guys. Maybe we've been running a little hot. We've won 80% of our last 10 picks in the Shot Quality Best Pick of the Day, so we were due to just get hit in the face with a dud. And excuse me for 1 second, animals. But this is a really tough open for us here with the over. It's a tough open here for us. If you bet Kansas State, my goodness, they'll figure it out. I like the plus 3.5. There's a pick from Max. I love it. Let's go. You guys in the comments.
It's not dead. It's not. The over's not dead. After yesterday, I believe in anything. They still
I believe too. Green is green. Yep, we love it. Nova starting the second half strong. I don't even know. Oh, look at that. That's not sarcasm. You never really know, Jake. You never know. Shout out to Avetta. What's up, Avetta? Good friend of mine. Great college basketball handicapper. Uses shot quality well in her own stuff, so definitely give her a follow. Big fan, friend of the show. What's up? We got to get you on the show, Avetta. Hit me up. But let's continue talking about some of the stuff we got here. Western Michigan can't seem to get over that hump. Toledo maybe starting to slow down a little bit here. We did get in there. We recommended it. We'd still technically recommend it. But nothing else in these early games. In Iowa starting to come back there. It's going to be a tight finish for Indiana. We got like 10 minutes left here. So that's going to be pretty much, I think we've probably exhausted everything. Georgia Tech's still hanging. You maybe can get in there. But Max, Moose, anything?
Over 151.5 UNC Georgia Tech.
Okay.
Over 151.5.
Finally.
Georgia Tech, UNC. I had to wait, but I told you I'd have something. And I got even worst case scenario, I have an odd number of plays if nothing else comes up. I got an odd number of plays.
So does that mean I mean, I need one more. You know what? I think we've gotten to a point in the show where we've exhausted a lot of things. We know there's a bunch of games here that are close. Max got us a good Villanova play that I maybe wish that I jumped on with him. That's okay. But that's still a nice pick. But let's go look at NBA. Should we look at NBA? We did that the last couple episodes. It went decently well. Let's take a peek at what's going on in the NBA right now. 4 games going on. My New York Knicks expected to be up a lot bigger on the Utah Jazz. That's interesting. Pacers expected to be beating the Celtics. And this Hawks score, the Lakers are expected to be winning. So I'm just going to do it. Right now, I'm going to go and I'm going to get in on the Knicks, on the Pacers, and on the Lakers. So there you have it. I'm going to go make 3 NBA plays right now. I'll tell you what my lines are. The Pacers currently getting plus 13.5 minus 110, Max. Triple play here. We'll get the New York Knicks currently minus 3.5 minus 120. And then my last one is the Lakers. We'll take the LA Lakers at plus 7.5 minus 110. So a triple lock in NBA, still testing that out. Let's see how it goes. Boom. Love it. Moose, you going to dabble in NBA with me tonight, or are you going to just hang out in college?
I think tonight's I'm gonna remain in the college realm. I like that Lakers pick though. I'm not a big LeBron guy though. So
AD's not playing, so that's an interesting wrinkle there.
After they put a hit on him yesterday, Dylan Brooks, or was that two nights ago?
Yeah. I took all 3. I'm a rider.
Hey, no, Max, if there's anything, dude, I appreciate the allegiance. And why wouldn't you? I mean, those numbers speak for themselves. We have had a good time here on Shot Quality BetCast. Max, of course, thank you so much for hanging out. We're going to get out of here in just a few minutes if I can find my way back to the Score Center on college. We'll make our last passes. Of course, we just got in on Kansas State plus 3.5 with Max as one of his final guest picks. Not really too much else going on. Toledo can't seem to find the cool off button. Western Michigan's still hanging in around 20. We got some numbers right there. It's getting your last chance to pick up Western Michigan before the door of time just starts closing. Same thing kind of goes for Bonaventure, expecting them to probably make a now or never run at some point. We're on the under here for Texas Tech TCU with Moose. Nova has taken the lead. Very fun. And then Indiana, Iowa is going to be a close one. So, yeah, hopefully Kent makes their run. Expected to be tied, but we got a lot of picks in tonight for a day that was still pretty tight to what was going on. So, not much more need to hang around. We'll be back soon. Max, tell the people how they can find more of your stuff before we get out of here, because you've been doing just such a great job using shot quality data. I mean, if they scroll the blog, all you got to look for is that little gold ball. Whenever you see this on the blog,
that's pretty sick.
Listen to that guy.
Maximilian, the Heat logo. So on X, I tweet a lot. Even when we don't have article plays, I'm always tweeting shot quality stats and bets. It's at Hoffy8121, HOFFY8121. And then we talked about the Discord earlier. I love hanging out in there and chatting hoops with the folks. It's a lot of fun. Make sure to join.
Yep. That's Is that a last pick, Moose? Is that a last pick?
I went for the road. Oklahoma. It's early, but I got to get in on it. Over 122.5. Dog, look at that. I got to.
You have to.
Come on.
I like that Musa said it was a rare day. We don't have any totals, and all 4 of his are totals. I love it. Let's go.
That's all he's got. Now, Moose has been the total guy, and it has been working on the total. Shot quality data definitely been a little bit more comfortable for me on the totals and the shot quality pick of the day. I just feel like you get a little bit more, I guess, maybe of a data set or sample size in a game for shot quality to maybe work its magic and everything that happens. So anyway, I think my cat wants to say hello. We'll see if he comes on and says hi.
What's his name?
This is Park.
Park? Like Peter Parker?
Like Peter Parker. There you go. But yeah, he's chasing whatever the heck's on my screen right now. But anyway, thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight. We have a great slate of picks. We'll be updating in the Discord. Shot Quality has its own Discord. Make sure you join discord.gg/shotquality. Talk to me, Moose, Max. Yeah, even Max is there. True thing. Kansas State has a point. we have a point in the Kansas State game before we get out of here. But yeah, definitely a big shout out to everyone. We'll be back on Thursday with a huge episode, a really, really big announcement there. Really excited about what is going on in the show and how it is growing. Tennessee comeback, that's what I hear there. Moose, if we get overtime and you cash that pick, man, I owe you an apology for clowning you a little bit. But we will be back for sure Thursday, 7:45 p.m. right here where you watched it. Again, Saturday, 4:45 p.m. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of cool stuff coming here at Shot Quality. Make sure you watch that Memphis game against, Wichita on Saturday. We'll talk a little bit about it on Thursday's show as well, but got a sneak preview of the newest tool coming to ShotQualityBets.com, the scorecard. That'll be out really soon. Really excited about the brand new way to understand games in a snap. And that's what Shot Quality Bets is about, guys. Understanding a flash. There's a lot of cool stuff going on here. Appreciate you guys both for hanging out tonight. It's BetCast. It's Shot Quality Bets. What more could you ask for? Boys, I'll see you next show. Thank you all for tuning in the crowd. Shot Quality Live BetCast. We'll see you on Thursday.